Nancy Mosser. It is a pleasure to be chatting with you here in the Mosser Casting Studios.
Yes, it's great. It's great for you to come and see us.
Well, thank you. Now, it looks a little tame right now, but many an actor have sweated and fretted right here on this spot. So we are at the epicenter of the action. This is fantastic. So Pittsburgh has become a big movie city. I mean, this is news. And I don't know, it kind of seems like this sort of just grew up around you. So I think it's a good time to be a casting director in Pittsburgh. You know?
It is.
But yeah, how does that happen? How does a film find Pittsburgh? Does Spielberg kind of go eeny, meeny, miny Pittsburgh? Or how does that happen?
Well, sort of back in the day when I started in 1990, when I started doing casting, they would come here because they liked the topography and it sort of could represent other cities or places. It was a smaller place to shoot. But we had really good crews here because George Romero started, back in the day for his films. But now, all those things are true, and it's easy to shoot here, and we have non-union extras and things like that. But the film tax credit is the most important thing.
So where and how does the casting agency become involved?
We usually get called pretty early on. First people contacted are usually the film office, Pittsburgh film office, then the locations people, and then the casting people, because we need to start early, about 8 weeks before production starts. And we usually either hire it outright or we have an interview with the director and the producers, and they decide if we're right for their film. And then we sort of meet with the producers and the directors, decide what roles will be cast here. They're usually the smaller parts are cast here. The big stars are cast in LA and New York. But then that's when we start bringing in actors and auditioning them.
And so from a casting director's eye, what do you look for?
Well, we're looking for people that have lots of training and experience in theater. I look for theater people first and foremost because that's a basis of all acting, I think so. And somebody that's really confident. People come in and they're like, oh, I don't think I'm good for this. I don't think I'm going to get this, or I don't think that was very good. It's like, you're like, oh, okay.
You might get those that are on the other end of the spectrum too, that are very confident.
Right. Then there's and that's fine. You like people that are going to be confident because you're depending on them to make you look good and to if you're going to be in front of hundreds of crew people, you have to have confidence in order to get through a scene with really famous actors, and that's what people have to do. So that's what we're looking for in talent. They're talented.
Now it isn't just film. Do you also do commercials, television?
Yes, we do anything that requires actors, extras, or background artists. We call them. Or real people, called real people, where we are assigned to find people that really work in a steel mill, or really work in a hospital, or really, are in different situations.
So what would the first step for them to be? Submit a photo via the Mosser Casting website?
Yeah, so what's really nice now is people can just sign up at their computers at home.
It's that easy.
They don't have to come in and they don't have to get fancy photos for kids, just a snapshot without hats or masks or sunglasses. Just a smiling family picture or two. They fill out a profile on our website at mossercasting.com. And when we search for, let's say we're looking for an 8-year-old boy in the area, we search and all the pictures will come up and we can contact them that way.
And you are one of the only agencies, maybe the only agency in town that casts both extras and speaking roles, is that correct?
Yeah.
That's big.
We're the only ones, yeah.
Because that could very easily be someone's launch into a very promising film career.
There is, and I don't think that people realize how many really good actors, musicians, and artists are in Pittsburgh. And so it's really nice that we can sort of help spread the word about that. Directors, when they come to town, often are very surprised. They think they're going to have to bring in actors from other places, and we have a lot of wonderful talent here.
Of course, Pittsburgh was absolutely dazzled by the arrival of one of the most famous superheroes in the world. This is, of course, Batman.
Yes.
How did this start? Just like anything else, Nolan called you up and said, "Hey, we're coming by next week. By the way, Batman's going to be with us. You got some room?"
Well, you know what happened? I remember seeing in the Post-Gazette a photograph that someone took of Christopher Nolan on the street with snow coming down around him, with all these people, these guys gathered around him with clipboards and pictures. And they said, "Is that Christopher Nolan?" Someone spied him on the street.
In Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. And they put it up online, and sure enough, he was here scouting, and he really liked Pittsburgh, and he thought it'd be great for especially in the final scene in the movie where the Batmobile is chasing everybody.
Now,
through
no
the streets.
spoilers here. If there's
right.
people who haven't seen it, go ahead, say it. Whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, it's funny. We had to be so secret about it. We didn't even get to read the script. We didn't.
Well, that's the nature of Batman. You know,
I know,
he sneaks
it's
up on
very
you. You don't
secret.
see him coming.
I know,
That's why
it's
he's
so
very
funny.
successful, I hear.
But on the other hand, they're filming right in downtown Pittsburgh where everyone could take pictures.
There's a
so it's
giant
just like-
Batmobile.
Yeah, so-
Oh no, nothing to see here.
The excitement that it generated. We did an open call for extras, and over 2 weekends, that's it, Saturday, Sunday, 2 weekends, 2,500 people a day
Wow.
showed up. A day. Usually you get a tops in a day, 750, but that many a day. So 10,000 people signed up for the film.
Wow.
We used a little over 3,000. And what about all the people that showed up at the stadium?
Yeah.
There were like, how many, 10,000 or something?
In the
at
stadium shot, yeah.
And I've never seen anything like that. I've seen people show up, but then they leave, but they stayed.
It was just like a Steelers game.
It was unbelievable.
So where do you see the future of Pittsburgh as far as its relation to the film industry?
If we can keep a tax credit,
It always goes back to
it
that.
always goes back to that.
Call the governor, ladies
You really
and gentlemen.
need to have that. And it's nothing we were ever taught when we were growing up. You know, I could be a school teacher, a nurse.
Or you can cast Batman movies
Yeah, or
in
that, you know.
Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Who would play Nancy Mosser in the Nancy Mosser story? Who would you cast?
You know, that's really funny because someone said Ellen.
Helen Barkin. Oh my God, I
Someone said
see
that.
it. I tell people, I say, yeah, I'm in the movie. Look for the cop with the martini and the cigarette. That's me, you know. They're still looking. Tell me about Citizen Cone. I've never heard of this. Is it an ice cream film? I never knew Hoffa was shot in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still looking for him. I mean, I never knew. She's got her sunglasses on. She rolls down the window and she says, no, I've got talent. And without skipping a beat, he says, oh yeah, you ought to be in pictures, honey. And shoos her away. I know. It was hysterical.
Oh my God.
It could have been
I've got talent. Oh, Brad Pitt. I don't know about that hair. And that's the woman from The Killing, but World War Z, you know, the zombies.
I'm hoping I'm going to get to hear Christian Bale say yins.